Now this video is a continuation video of the previous black magic myth and so many doubts which I cleared in the previous video. So I will actually continue the video from where we left. We were talking about the Vashikaran, that you should not indulge yourself into Vashikaran practices. That was the last thing that I was talking about in the previous video. And people who are watching this video for the first time, you can actually search the video by the name of Black Magic Myths Revealed, and you will actually find as to what the whole concept was that we talked about in detail. Now, however, let's start from where we left. I said before also that Vashikaran is something through which somebody can control the mind of another individual. That means that you must be hearing and people must be telling you that, there are so many other processes which are available through which you can have a complete control of somebody's mind, make him or her do whatever you feel like, and the person is going to actually listen to you. Now this is a very wrong practice I was talking about last time also. Now there's so many boys and girls and even the elder people who want to get into such practices for their selfish motives. However, this is the most unnatural form. You are going against Mother Nature, and as we all know that whenever a human being tries to go against Mother Nature or the powers of the universe, the results are going to be extremely bad and dangerous. The side effects are going to be massive. So please do not put yourself into such problems. Don't get into the greed of controlling somebody completely. That is not what you're made up for. You have to follow the rules of universe and respect the rules of universe and live a normal life. If there is a fight with somebody, if you do not like somebody, that does not mean that you start getting into such activities. It is a very wrong thing. And if you think that temporarily you can actually take revenge or trouble the other so-called enemy of yours, whoever it is, then you're absolutely wrong. Because ultimately, maybe for 6 months, for 1 year or 3 years, you trouble that person through these tantric practices or these supernatural Vashikaran spells. But then ultimately, it's going to come back to you some way or either. Not maybe directly to you, maybe to one of your family members, but definitely it's going to rotate in your family tomorrow or any time later. So don't indulge yourself in such activities. Now, another topic that I want to talk about is about the believers and the non-believers of black magic. Now, believers are the people, of course, who have gone through black magic problems, who have faced black magic problems. Maybe some of their family members would have faced black magic issues. Hence, they are quite aware of that there is something called as black magic or supernatural elements that exist in the universe. Now, there is another lot of people who do not believe that there is anything called as dark energies or black magic activities, which is fair, which is okay, because something that you have not gone through, you have not experienced, it is very natural that you can have a sense of doubt in it. It is difficult to believe. As I said, it's quite fair, it's natural. But then, the mistake that all of you do, the non-believers I'm talking about, you start making fun of all these things. You start claiming and propagating that there's nothing called as black magic or supernatural or paranormal things existing in the world. Now here is the problem. Here is a very big problem. See, something that you have not seen does not mean that it does not exist. There is a wide difference in the thought process. There are so many things that you cannot see with your naked eye. But that does not mean it does not exist in this universe. They definitely exist. You believe or you do not believe is not the matter of fact. So, the reason why I'm saying is that this is nothing to make fun of, is because there's so many people that I know who never used to believe in black magic and made fun of it. Not believing is okay. don't disrespect it. But they used to disrespect it. They used to, 4-5 friends sitting together, and if some person used to say that, I've been suffering from something which is very, very new for me to understand, something which I'm unable to understand, I'm experiencing this supernatural activity, they used to sit together and make fun of that person. Of course, that person who was suffering did not have any proof of what he or she was going through that particular time, and used to be very depressed and suffer more emotionally. But he or she did not have an answer that time. But then, I'm talking specifically about 6-7 people out here who were the non-believers. And after 10 years, 3 of them, and after 8 years, another two of them were the ones, and of course there were so many other people also, but these are the ones that I actually remember the most because they were known to me personally, are the ones who actually came back to me and said that there's something really wrong with few of our family members, and this is really not understandable for us, that what is going wrong, because medically nothing is coming out, there's no identification, and the nights are very horrible. So we think there is something really abnormal, there is some sort of supernatural activity happening in our house. And then I questioned them that, why would you used to always say that there's nothing called as black magic or any supernatural element which exists, and today how come, what is that thing that made you believe all of a sudden that you can be actually a victim of it, or maybe of your family members can be a victim of it? And they were silent. They understood that what exactly I am pointing towards, or where exactly I am pointing towards. And they really felt sorry about the whole episode. And this was a very big lesson for all of them, that the best thing to do is remain silent, give respect to the unknown world, to the unknown things that are not noticed by human eye. And of course they are fine now, they're living a normal life because they were cured, and now they do believe. And I have written this particular episode, few stories about this in my 2 books that I talked about last time. So again, if somebody wants to really read the whole story about it, then what I'm talking about, they can actually refer to the book again. So that's all that I wanted to make sure that all of you get aware of, that black magic is something which can happen with anybody, anytime. So don't be overconfident about it. Of course, don't fear, don't have this fear in your mind, that somebody is saying that you're a victim of black magic and you start feeling scared. No. The idea is not to create fear inside all of you, but the idea is to be aware and to be alert and to be open-minded, that everything that is not visible, that does not mean that does not exist. And I always say that if God exists, demon also exists. Okay, so let's do a quick summary as to what we talked about black magic in the part 1 video and the part 2, this video. I talked about the symptoms of black magic, something where medical science fails, where somewhere where medical science claims that there is no identification, everything is absolutely normal in your life, but still you're facing problems in your health. I'm talking about health right now. It can be something abnormal, it can be something which is unknown. So then you can contact a specialist, and beware of the fraud, beware of the exploitation in this field at the name of spiritualism, especially women, because I talked about in my previous video again, and I'm repeating it once again, that at the name of spirituality, if somebody is trying to touch your body, if somebody is trying to play around with your dignity levels, step back and understand that this is really not happening. Okay? And another thing I talked about was the career aspect. If your financial crisis start happening and you think that we have tried everything else, to talk about astrology, to your hard work, to everything, there's so many things, give it a thought. Maybe there is something which is unnatural, something that needs an extra attention. Okay? So I will not make this video very long because most of the points I've covered in the previous video. But do not go for Vashikaran practices. Do not go for, that get your love back, get your husband back, get your wife back. See, if any spiritual healer or a black magic practitioner tells you that, this is a particular spell that I'm giving you, and especially I see on the net, there's so many love spells openly written on the sites or on YouTube videos, and there's a music going on from behind, some spiritual music. That's really not done. That's really not correct, because first of all, if anything like this really is a genuine thing, no healer would give it in public. Because the moment you give that out in public, the secret behind it, the mystery behind it, the effect behind it fades away. See, these are very secretive things. These are very mysterious things. These are very sacred things. You cannot give them out in public. You will find so many spells available, in these occult books these days, and people keep on enchanting it. People keep on, thinking about it and speaking about it, but nothing happens. Trust me, nothing happens, because somebody who is genuinely involved in this practice, somebody who really genuinely knows about it, will never give you the secret of that particular spell that easily. It's not allowed in the world of occult or practices that you give out mantras in open, because the essence of the mantras finishes the moment it is spelled out or given out to somebody openly. So just for the publicity stunts, just for their own propaganda, if any spiritual healer is narrating any mantra that this is a love spell mantra, of course that must be a love spell mantra, but that's a very normal mantra which is available mostly in the books. And if you really want to go for something like this with a genuine reason, then it has to be in a very secretive way, and it has to be for something which is really genuine. Really genuine. See, you want to contact us, you contact us if somebody has done Vashikaran on you, somebody has done a bad love spell on your husband and a wife, we will remove it. Okay, I'm talking about me and my team. We will remove it. But please do not contact us for that, do this Vashikaran on my husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. No. Or whoever. Don't do that, because we are not into those practices. I've said this in my previous video also. Okay? So don't do that. And there is another topic that I will take up next week, which has come very strongly from all of you after this Black Magic Part 1 video, which is about communication with dead. I am revealing the topic right now, which is about communication with dead. I will be talking about this, that how true it is. Something called as communication with dead exists or does not exist, and if it exists, then how is it practiced and why is it practiced. So till the time the next video comes, wait for that video. And because this is something that which has come from 20 of you about communication with dead, and after this part 1 video, so I think I should be taking that video next week. Till maybe after this video you tell me to pick up a more detailed Vashikaran video, but then you'll have to wait, because I have already said I'll be talking about communication with dead. So wait for that video. And I would like to just end this video now, because it really went long last time, and it was very difficult to actually make another part 2 for it, because I just want to make small videos, make you understand what I really mean, and finish the videos. So that's about it. See you next week with communication with dead as the next topic. And I hope that whatever I wanted to teach you and make you aware about black magic practices is absolutely clear to all of you. And if there are any questions or queries about this, always write on the Gmail which is given in the description section of YouTube. And of course, my team will be answering those questions to you. And I can always say that if there's any particular topic that you want me to talk about each week, you can always give that suggestion. It's always welcomed. Okay, thank you very much once again for watching this video part 2 of Black Magic Revealed, and see you next week. Thank you so much. Goodbye.